big thing we realized is we don't know enough about P16, about the policy that MDE is piloting and about to put in. So the first thing we said was was really important is that we receive a training at our next meeting on July 2nd. So Southern Echo is going to train us. So if you're interested, please join us. We'll send out the emails. I didn't say anything. So you want to talk about it?
Well, we actually, Cassandra, we stayed on this item for a while because, again, as Dana just mentioned, most of the group was not in a place where we could really actually even come up with any targets. Ms. Marilyn was there, I was there, Ms. Alico had filled in. We had a lot of training around the P16 Council, but this came up earlier where when people inside the group itself, if they're not knowledgeable or at that same level, it's hard to come up with targets. But we did say that some training and education was needed around the P16 Council, and then they put current up in here, meaning any place that had a current P16 Council. I am aware Tallahatchie had a P16 Council before the guidelines, and now they put in place. They had to start all over, but they have a new one per the guidelines.
West Tallahatchie.
Yeah, it's West Tallahatchie. Okay, West Tallahatchie. Where Janet Salter, some of you all may know her, the Fired Up group. They had one in place before guidelines, and now they had to actually go back and start all over. So they have a new, well, P16. I don't know that it's all new. I'll be joining them soon to see what's going on. So we actually talked about somewhere, I know because I've been putting on here, about models. So that could be a model. When we were talking in our group, we just didn't get around to that, but that could be a model. Holmes County is modeling a P16 Council also through the high school that we're working with, because we've had that collaborative partnership with the principal and the lead teacher over there. So I think I'm looking at you now, Ms. Thea, because you asked about some things of that, and we, like I said, we just didn't get a chance to get into too in-depth conversation around that.
And we also said that there's probably P16 councils elsewhere in the country outside of Mississippi that are doing it right. So if we can find, a really good model, somebody doing it right in addition to that. And the other thing is because this has been a year pilot, starting right after July 4th for a month, MDE is going to request public comment about the policy. So we need to keep giving everybody in all the different groups and organizations information so that we can all respond positively to the public comment. And one suggestion that we came up with that y'all might want to all feedback in there is that every P16 council should get mandatory training. That is not in the policy now, but because if the policies, if the council is really going to function well, they're going to need training. And then the trainer session is what we're going to do July 2nd and maybe again sometime.
Right, we touched a little bit of basis on because of Southern Echo and Mr. Leroy and Mr. Mai that actually trained us. He was willing to go out into these various areas and do some training, but we're asking those individuals to make a commitment. Some of them said that they would, at least to say, hey, here's a resource. Get the money together, we'll send them out there to you and train.
And Southern Echo and William Carey College are the two certified trainers for P16 councils on the MDE website. So,
right,
so these are our outcomes. Our big outcome is that all school districts that are required, whether it's under successful or successful, because the policy may change, whether they all are up and working, and really working and doing what they're supposed to do. So any way that our working group can get that outcome, that would be a huge success.
And the rest of it, they sign at night too.
No, they
go, Ms. Betty.
I actually have a question, but, it's not basically just with that. My thing of it is, and Maddie, I believe, notes are going to go out from all of the sections for all of us. And I think that, asking Leroy, that actually, on the second, the MAEP already have a meeting at Echo from 10 to 1, 10 to 2.
We're
We have
meeting
one,
at 2. We're meeting right after your meeting.
right. It's from 10 to 2. Would it also be a great idea that the group here be in on the MAEP as well, so all of us get all of that training, and then we go right into the P16 training as well, so that when we're talking about community and then talking about going out training other communities, is that we be in on both of the trainings, so that we have an opportunity then to get, you know, the training from MAEP as well as P16, those that can come.
So your meeting on MAEP is the training as well to understand?
Right, on the 2nd of July, so that therefore we can look at that as making that a whole day. It's gonna be at Southern's Echo office too,
10 to 2?
10 to 2.
Put your hand up there, Dave.
Question?
Give you a long distance high five.
That's feasible, Leroy.
People gonna feed her,
It's
right?
up at us to know.
Yes.
This-
Let me, the answer is yes and yes.
And,
No way.
That's nice of people.
But I think, so I think there's a question on the floor, is, do we all wanna do that? I think that's the question on the floor.
I think
I
everybody
said those
should,
that look to-
everybody should understand MAEP, so when we as a group have to